Alrighty, we got ourselves a good one today. Iowa State versus Kentucky. And here we go. We are underway. Round of 32 matchup. Winner 2, the Sweet 16. Iowa State versus Kentucky. Tameen Lipsey gets the screen. Lipsey dumps it inside the floater, and it's good. From Blake Buchanan, he finished that shot. Kentucky won a miraculous game in round 1. Otega, backdoor cut and a slam for Otega. Kentucky's looking to make it to the Sweet 16 back-to-back years. Iowa State looking to make a deep run. They're one of the best defensive teams in the country. They had a bad possession. Milan Momcilovic inside, passes it out. And Iowa State is shorthanded today. They lost one of their best players. Long three from Hazy, no good. Rebounded by Kentucky. Iowa State lost Joshua Jefferson, the all-Big 12 player, last game early on in their big win over Tennessee State. And they're definitely lacking him today, but Nate Hesse scored 22 in the last game. He takes Jefferson's spot in the lineup. Colin Chandler for the Wildcats into the corner. Otega, Owe, three. That one is no good. Owe was the hero in the last game. He hit the buzzer beater three to avoid the big upset against Santa Clara. Owe rips it away here, gets it into the front court, and we have a stoppage for a carry. So Owe gets called for the carry. Killian Torre was the one who got ripped by Otega. And right there, he carries the basketball into the front court. That is a turnover for Kentucky. Here we go. Iowa State with the basketball. Torres got it at the top. Gets it to Tameen Lipsey, the veteran Iowa State guard. Hesse to the basket, and he gets it knocked away off of his leg out of bounds. And that'll be another turnover. So Kentucky gets it in, and Denzel Aberdeen takes it up the floor for the Wildcats. Aberdeen looking around the floor, gets it over to his man, that is Jelic. A lot of Euros in this game. Up top to Malachi Moreno. He gets into the lane, kicks to the corner. Colin Chandler, open three. That one's money! Colin Chandler knocks it down. The Wildcats take the lead here in this first half. Momcilovic gets it over. Tameen Lipsey gets into the paint. Lipsey, the fadeaway. Lipsey, no good. Loose ball, rebound inside. Shot is short on the putback from Buchanan. And here comes Kentucky in transition. Otega Owe, the star of this team. Jelic has it. Driving. Backdoor pass. Aberdeen with the reverse layup. Iowa State with a top 10 defense nationally, but they've given up 2 free backdoor cuts early on, not rotating well. Lipsey lost it. It went right to Buchanan. They run a pick and roll, and it goes out of bounds off Kentucky. Man. What a start to this game for Kentucky. Great shooting there from Colin Chandler, and a great backdoor cut. Torre just didn't rotate in time, and it's a free 2 for Denzel Aberdeen. Inbounds. Iowa State making some substitutions early on. Here's the shot, no good from the Cyclones. Almost called them the Hawkeyes, but they're the Cyclones. Aberdeen spins off the screen. Denzel Aberdeen gets inside, fakes, and he passes this one out. Ball is lost out of bounds off of a Kentucky foot, and it'll be a turnover from the Wildcats. No fouls called on either team in the first few minutes, but some sloppy basketball being played, as there's been a lot of turnovers early on in this game. If you guys listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Lipsey dribbling it up the floor. Momcilovic gets it over to Lipsey. Hesse with the pass. Gets it into Dominikas Plata. Back and out. Who's that? Is that Jamarian Bateman? Bateman inside. The fadeaway jump shot, no good. Moreno rips down the rebound. And here come the Wildcats the other way. Otega Owe. He's been a dog all tournament, all year long for Kentucky. He dominated on the big stage, dropped 30 in the last game. He's fouled. There's the first foul of the afternoon. So the first game of the day was a win for the Purdue Boilermakers. They advanced to the Sweet 16. Matt Painter's squad avoids the choke. And they are moving on. The dance lives on for Purdue. What a year it's been for them. Both of these programs are powerhouse programs. Obviously, Kentucky is one of the greatest programs in the history of college basketball, a big-time blue blood. Iowa State has been a consistent tournament team. They've done really well under TJ Otzelberger. It's a good matchup today. Moreno, corner, wide open Chandler three. That one rims in. Oh, man, it takes a beautiful bounce. And Kentucky leading 10-2. Couldn't have asked for a better start if you're Mark Pope's team. Torrey floats one short. Great hustle and a rebound. And a bucket there from Nate Hesse, who's in for the Joshua Jefferson. Underneath and a bad play there from Kentucky. Ball goes out of bounds. A turnover on what would have been a wide open bucket with a good pass. Timeout taken. Colin Chandler, little off the mark last game. He's gotten 2 threes to fall already today. And the Wildcats, a phenomenal start in this one over Iowa State. Again, it's been a great run for TJ Otzelberger and Iowa State. They've been one of the premier programs of college basketball the past few years, but they haven't gotten that natty yet. They just haven't been able to get the championship. They've also only made one Final Four in their history back in 1944, so they're looking to break a massive drought spanning nearly 80 years, which is 80, 90 years, low-key. I'm tweaking. My math was off. It's been a long time, okay, since Iowa State's competed in the Final Four. So historically, these programs could not be more different, but lately, Iowa State has been a really good program since they've had TJ. Kentucky, the standard is Elite Eights, Final Fours, and national championships. If Iowa State wins the national championship, that'll cement them at the top of college basketball and one of the top programs of the 2020s decade. That's kind of what Iowa State is playing for. This is a really good matchup today. Without Joshua Jefferson, though, Iowa State's chances of a national championship have shrunk dramatically, right? So, Texas versus Purdue in the Sweet 16 is official. So, that'll be a fun one. That's a tough matchup for the Horns, no doubt about that. Hey, man, I believe in the Horns, though. We've been on an insane run. Let's get it, boys. Man. Oh, man. So John Rothstein just said there is no set timetable for their star all-conference player Joshua Jefferson. Whether they move on today or not, there is nothing. They don't know anything about his timetable for the future of the tournament. Here we go. Iowa State, Lipsey gets inside and finishes the two. Tamim Lipsey with a good finish there for the Cyclones. It's a 10-6 game. We've got to find a way to battle back in this one. Pass out. Kentucky with the ball. Diabate from the top of the key. Diabate works it inside. Aberdeen on the outside. Denzel Aberdeen makes a move. Aberdeen puts up a contested three. That one's good! What a shot from Denzel Aberdeen! And Kentucky just keeps on hitting early on. Lipsey fakes the pass, gets it out. Bateman for three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Buchanan for Iowa State. Lipsey fires from the corner. That's no good. Rebound Kentucky. Aberdeen will take this one up the floor for the Wildcats. Gets it to Brandon Garrison, who had a great game for the Wildcats in the first round. Colin Chandler, he's hit 2 already. He's Kentucky's best perimeter shooter. Diabate looking for Owe on the cut. Diabate gets into the lane. Euros in. No good. Loose ball rebounded by Buchanan. He throws this one ahead. Out of bounds, though. Trying to hit Momcilovic ahead. And a bad pass from Buchanan. If you are listening, be sure to click the like button and the subscribe button. What a start again. This is just a crazy shot from Denzel Aberdeen. Sidestep, hesitation, cash, money. Kentucky will sub in Cam Williams. Colin Chandler comes out. Been a really good start for number 5. And Kentucky inbounds it. Otega Owe defers it up to Brandon Garrison. Iowa State has turned over the ball 3 times, and they've also made 3 shots. That's not a ratio you want. It's usually turnover to assist ratio, not turnover to shot ratio, which is what Iowa State is dealing with right now. Foul in the corner on the Cyclones. That is their second foul of the half. Torrey picks up the foul. Only 2 fouls here in this game. Kentucky hasn't been called for a foul yet. They've had... they've been forcing so many freaking turnovers. Iowa State isn't even shooting the ball. Kind of hard to attack the rim when you're not even getting shots up. Inbound to Diabate for Kentucky. They're trying to run a set play for Aberdeen. They get it to him. Aberdeen fires another 3. That one's good! Denzel Aberdeen! Unbelievable stuff from Kentucky right now. They're firing on all cylinders. Hesse in the middle. Aberdeen 8 points. Bateman the 3. Comes right back off the rim. No good. Tipped out. Iowa State gets the O board. Hesse for 3. That one's also no good. Rebounded by Kentucky. Here come the Wildcats. Otega Owe gets a screen. Garrison looking to work it inside. He keeps the pivot. Dumps it inside. Loose ball. Diabate's got it. Double team sent. Garrison fakes the 3. Gets it poked away. Garrison, floater up. That one off the rim, no good, but tipped in by Diabate. What a start again for the Wildcats on an 8-0 run right now. Nice pass inside. Buchanan draws the foul. That is Kentucky's first foul of the entire half. Otega Owe. Was it him who got called for that foul? Who got called for that foul? I'm not sure. But yeah, if you are listening to the stream, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Leave some comments in the chat. I love interacting with y'all. And Buchanan was fouled going up here. Brandon Garrison picked up that foul. Buchanan with some important free throws here, and he misses the first one. It bounced on the rim for a second. Couldn't tell. All right. Blake Buchanan had 11 points in the first round matchup. He makes the second free throw. Iowa State's got to find something. They bring in Dominikas Pleta. I'll just call him Pleta. Inbound to Denzel Aberdeen. Brendan Garrison sets a screen. And Aberdeen takes it across half court. Kentucky's guard is red hot. To the corner, Colin Chandler, and he turns it over. Here comes Iowa State in transition. Tamim Lipsey with a crafty lay. And Iowa State's cut the lead in half, 18-9 the score. Really nice job by Lipsey, and there's that Iowa State defense. Again, top 8 in the country in points per game. They blitz Chandler, and he's forced to defer it up to Garrison. Brandon Garrison looking for a backdoor cut, gets it out. Owe's not in the game, a chance for Iowa State to make a run. Diabate defended by Lipsey, but Diabate's got big man moves. Kicks it out. Cam Williams fakes the 3. Dishes it out. Chandler, long three. That one short. Rebounded by Kentucky. And Diabate gets a free slam. He got the offensive rebound and a free bucket inside. You got to feel for Iowa State, man. They lost their best player. They're trying to overcome a massive loss. Here's a three from the Cyclones. It's no good. Did we get a foul? And I believe that Momcilovic is going to get 3 shots coming up. Dude, and I mean, I know this all too well as a Texas fan, bro. My favorite Texas basketball team of my life was the 2023 Longhorns. Man, that team was special, bro. That team was so fun to watch. They were crafty. They played good defense. They had shooters. They had guys, really athletic guys who could dunk. Just, dude, such a fun team. I love that team. Unfortunately, they were derailed by Chris Beard, off the court issues, and when we got to the Sweet 16, our best player Dylan Disu, who had just dropped like 25 against Penn State in the second round, Disu hurt his foot and wasn't available for the remainder of the tournament. And when we played Miami and we got late into that game and we choked our lead away. It was very similar to the Penn State game in the second round. But, unfortunately, we didn't have Disu, who is the calming force of that team, who was the guy who would knock down those clutch shots. And, unfortunately, we lost to Miami. And, that hurt, bro. Not having Disu finish it out was just so awful, bro. I felt terrible for him. It was awful for the team. We needed him, man, so bad in those moments. But I understand how Iowa State fans feel, dude. Joshua Jefferson, from all things that I've seen, he's a great player. And for them to lose him in the first few minutes of the whole tournament, I mean, man, it's brutal. I feel so bad. I'm hoping Iowa State could pull it out. Texas, on the other hand, will try to avenge the 2023 team. Each round they go, man, it's just like, well, we're going to finish this job. We're in the Sweet 16 in year 1 of Sean Miller. I'm so unbelievably proud of this team. The boys have been hooping. We're playing our best basketball right now. Going to have a brutal matchup against Purdue. They knocked us out of March Madness a few years ago. I think it was Beard's first year. They knocked us out of March Madness. Beard's first year. So we'll see if we can get revenge on them, or we could have gotten revenge on Miami, who beat us in that Elite Eight a few years ago. But looks like we got Purdue on deck. That's gonna be a fun one. How far do I have Iowa State going if they were to drop this one? Okay, I have Iowa State losing next round anyway. And there's multiple people in my family bracket who picked Iowa State to win the whole thing. So that would just off-rip eliminate Iowa State. I mean, if that Jefferson dude is out for the rest of the tournament, Iowa State has no chance anyway. Well, Otzelberger is not too concerned right now. He says, that's just how it goes. Some of those shots go in, but he trusts his defense to figure it out as the game goes along, and eventually shots won't fall. Momcilovic at the line for 3 shots. He makes the first one. If you guys are listening and enjoying, be sure to click the subscribe button and like up the stream. It really does help out the channel a lot on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Really appreciate it. Momcilovic knocks down the second, trying to go 3 for 3 at the line, and he misses the final one. And here we go. Otega-Oweh back in for Kentucky, and we got an offensive foul on the Wildcats right there. That's going to upset Mark Pope for sure. And Malachi Moreno is the one who gets called for the illegal screen. So Iowa State will get it in to Torrey. 8 combined turnovers between the two teams in this first 9 minutes. Lipsey inside and nearly got the and one roll, but instead he'll just get 2 shots at the free throw line. Lipsy had a good roll here at the end of this play. And I thought for a second he could get that and one to fall, but it just didn't get the roll off the rim. You know what I mean? Like, it was really close. It just didn't get that roll. First shot, Lipsy. That one's off to the right, no good. So first game of the day was a close game for a bit, but eventually Purdue pulled away. St. John's, Kansas at 4:15 is a really interesting one. Second free throw from Lipsy's good. Rick Pitino versus Bill Self. Those are the coaching matchups we really do love to see in March. Always got it for Kentucky, dribbling this one up the floor. The fouls are starting to heat up. 4 on Kentucky, 2 on Iowa State. Moreno gets it to Owe. Otega spins, loses it, goes out to the corner. Chandler 3, no good. Long rebound comes out to Iowa State. Lipsy in transition. He throws up a shot, and he draws another foul. So Kentucky getting really close to putting Iowa State in the bonus with over half of this first half to play, which would obviously be pretty bad for Kentucky, as Iowa State's getting to the free throw line and starting to get back into this game. First one from Lipsy's good. Hadn't updated the scoreboard. Second free throw, Lipsy gets them both to fall. 10:48 to go. He'll sub out of this game, and into the game comes Dominic Nelson for Iowa State. The veteran Lipsy is in. Iowa State starting to do a little press. Aberdeen is into the game, or is that Denzel? And a turnover. Torre the other way, and he deals with the contact and finishes in transition. There's that Iowa State defense again. Top 8 in the country for a reason. 7-0 run for the Cyclones in the last minute, and they're back in the game. Long 3 from Kentucky, no good off the front rim. Moreno gets the rebound, ripped away. And here comes Iowa State. Momcilovic gives it up to Nelson. Torre. Up top. Nelson. Into the hands of Momcilovic. And he's got a good matchup here against a guard. A one-legged fade and a beautiful shot from Momcilovic. That was Dirk Nowitzki-esque right there from Milan Momcilovic. And Iowa State's on a 9-0 run. They blitz way up top, and he turns it over. Here come the Cyclones. Momcilovic 3. No good. Rebounded by Moreno. They could have taken the lead off of a bad turnover from Owe, who did not handle the blitz well. And Mark Pope has seen enough. He's going to call the first time out of the game. It was all Wildcats in the first few minutes of this game, but it's been a disastrous last 2. Momcilovic with a beautiful fadeaway, by the way. Who was that over? Who's number 2? Jasper Johnson is who we made that one over. If y'all are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Like up the stream. We got ourselves a good one. Again, I knew Iowa State was going to figure it out, man. Come on now. Anyways, so there you go. It was a really bad start for Iowa State, but like TJ said, there was just never much of a doubt, right, that they would get going. You know what I mean? There was never a doubt that they were going to get going. There was never a doubt that we're in trouble. No, I mean they were dialed. Iowa State's dialed in. Their defense is already starting to force these turnovers. Big Sean Miller. Oh, is that channel streaming today? So Kentucky has not shot a single free throw in this game. Iowa State has shot 9. Iowa State has countered that by not making a single three-point shot in this game, which they're 0 for 7 from 3, which is obviously pretty trash. Kentucky to inbound. They still lead by 2. Aberdeen has the ball. Gets it up to Colin Chandler. Chandler to Moreno. And that pass is nearly stolen by Lipsey. Moreno gets it underneath. Jelavic to the rim. Looking around. Dish underneath. And a travel is called. That's another turnover by the Wildcats. Brutal, brutal, brutal. So Jelavic right here with a bump on Momcilovic. And then he just tried to dish it. Picked up the pivot. That is a travel. 9:06 to play. Iowa State trailing by 2. High Z to Lipsey. Lipsey into the paint. Keeps the pivot. Dishes it out to Nelson. Dominic Nelson up top to Momcilovic. Shot clock low. Long 3. That one is off the mark. Rebounded by Jelavic. And here come the Wildcats in transition. Owe. Euro inside. Draws the foul, I believe. So now Kentucky's the one with the turnover issue. 8 field goals, 8 turnovers. Again, I don't know what it is with these two teams and again, usually they compare assist to turnover ratios. These teams are going assist to shot ratio, which is really bad. Because, yeah, I don't know. Very sloppy hoops or maybe good defense. I mean, Iowa State, like I said, their defense is really good. Kentucky's got big athletic defenders. They can play some good D. I don't know. Inbound to Jelavic. Kentucky gets it to Aberdeen, and he shoots the 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Iowa State. Torre takes it up in transition. Cyclones looking for the lead. Torre throws it behind Momcilovic, but a foul called. And Iowa State really close. Are they in the bonus now? I always forget if it's 6 fouls or if it's 7 fouls. That's the 6th foul in Kentucky this half. Torre, yeah, just a little tween. And then, yeah, Momcilovic got brutally fouled by Colin Chandler. And now Iowa State is in the bonus on the next one. And there's another foul on Kentucky. So Iowa State in the bonus for the next 8 minutes. And Lipsey went up and just draws another foul. This dude is a foul machine. He's able to, this dude is really good at getting to the charity stripe, no doubt about that. He'll shoot 2 with a chance to tie. And can I watch the Horns baseball game too? Where is it? Where's that guy that I was watching yesterday? Iowa State within 1. Lipsey makes the first free throw. Oh, I bet they took the stream down. Lipsey knocks them both down. Here we go. 11-0 run for Iowa State. Kentucky's got to get a bucket here. It's a tie game. Aberdeen at the top on the logo. Denzel Aberdeen gets a screen. Now he calls it off. Aberdeen has had it all possession. What's he going to do? Gets inside the lane, attacks the basket, and finishes with the layup. Nice job by Aberdeen. They give an and one too? Beautiful. Big and one for Aberdeen right there. He had it all possession. He drove inside on Buchanan, and they call the whistle. They blow the whistle late for an and one. Big time Aberdeen finish. And a timeout. Man, that Dylan Volantis sweeper. I'm watching this Texas baseball game on my phone when I don't have to operate the scoreboard. But yeah, if you are listening, be sure to click that subscribe button again. Really does help out the channel so much. Really even game early on. I think Kentucky's gotten themselves into foul trouble. Some of the calls might be questionable, but some of them are pretty bad, and they've got to be more disciplined. Can't put Iowa State in that bonus early on. But Kentucky's shot making in the first part of this game was elite, and they've kind of tailed off. And so, you see Iowa State's defense, right? Iowa State is they're going to do their thing, right? Iowa State's going to get out there, and they're going to press up on you and blitz you up top, make your life difficult. That's Iowa State. That's the way that they play the game. And so Kentucky's got to adjust. Mark Pope's got to adjust. They got to get better looks because they're turning over the ball a lot. Like a lot of turnovers from the Cyclones, right? Or from the Wildcats. Cyclones defense has been what's gotten them back in this game, and Tameen Lipsey just keeps getting free throws, which has been pretty big for them today. So we'll see, right? Should be a good one today. Should be a really fun one. But yeah, if y'all would help out the channel by clicking the subscribe button, the like button again, that would just be really appreciated. Getting hungry, bro. I need to eat some lunch soon. There we go, Volantis. Good strike. One more, boys. Texas has had a lot of walk problems this weekend against Auburn, but we did manage to get the dub yesterday, which was really important. You take one. SEC road series in baseball are brutal, especially against a top 5 Auburn team. You just got to hope for the best, right? Auburn's a legitimately good team. Oh, man, we choked it so bad on Friday, bruh. Freaking bullpen is so buns. Bub Terrell. What a name. DV, don't worry about the runner. Throw a strike, boy. And he missed outside. Another freaking walk. Dude, Volantis. Anywho. Here we go. Back in action in this Iowa State-Kentucky game. Eight Kentucky turnovers. 7 are, quote, unforced. So they've had an issue. They've had issues early on today for sure with turning the ball over and things like that. Mark Pope's boys are just hoping for the best. Denzel Aberdeen has been balling. Definitely has been Kentucky's best player today offensively. He's just getting buckets. Iowa State trying to combat the loss of Joshua Jefferson, their best player. Aberdeen has 10 of Iowa State's 22 points. It's pretty dang good. And he misses the free throw. It's knocked out of bounds off Kentucky. Iowa State to take the ball up the floor. Lipsey gets inside, mid-range game, kicks it out. And now Tameen Lipsey. Iowa State 0 for 8 from 3, but here's a 3 from Iowa State. That one's an air ball. Lipsey trying to save it. It's loose and out of bounds, and the official's going to give the ball to Kentucky there. So they are just ice cold from 3. They cannot hit anything, and Bateman with an ugly air ball there. Kentucky nearing the bonus for themselves. And Iowa State will press here. Colin Chandler to dribble the basketball. They're applying pressure all the way. Chandler gets it across half court, gets it to Brandon Garrison. Garrison cut away in the corner, open three. That one short, rebounded by nobody. It went out of bounds. They pass it to Aberdeen, who made a really nice dish to the corner where Owe was waiting for the open three. Couldn't get it to fall, and now Momcilovic will come into the game. Lipsey comes out. Really good half of basketball from Tamim Lipsey, in my opinion. See when he comes back in. Yeah, there's that 0 for 9 from 3 is just an ugly, ugly stain on Iowa State right now. Pleta passing it to Torre. Gets it over to Heisey. Or Heisey. Torre the 3. That one was ugly and no good. It hit the backboard. Nearly banked in, but it was an ugly looking shot. Aberdeen got Momcilovic. They're trying to get it into Jelavic, who has the height advantage inside. Garrison up top being well defended. Iowa State sends a double team on Jelavic. And what's the call? Foul on Iowa State. That'll put Kentucky in the bonus now. Always got hand issues right now. Interesting. So Torre got called for the foul there as they sent the double. Into Jelavic. They blitz him high. Aberdeen's got it at the top. He gets inside. Dish Jelavic looking opposite corner. And he lost it. Gets it out to Chandler. Chandler to Owe in the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Garrison on the block. Looking for a pass. Aberdeen has to fire up one. And that one short. Rebounded by Iowa State. Here comes Bateman. Buchanan to Lipsey, who's back in the game in the corner. Tamim Lipsey. Dish inside. Buchanan goes up and he's blocked by Jelavic. Here comes Kentucky. Colin Chandler over to Aberdeen. Denzel gets the screen from Garrison. They blitz him up high again. Aberdeen to Jelavic near half court. Shot clock at 10. Jelavic looking around. Gets it to Chandler. Shot clock really low. They got to fire something up. Chandler inside Garrison corner. Aberdeen another late 3. No good. And rebounded by the Cyclones. Bateman in transition pushing it up. Iowa State hasn't scored in 3 minutes. Lipsey. 3 ball off the catch and shoot. And he misses it. Rebounded by the Wildcats. 0 of 11. Is an ugly, ugly stat line. Iowa State cannot buy a 3. Garrison. Jelavic. Gets it out. Away. We'll see how that hand affects his shooting. It looked like he was banged up. He fires one off here, and he drills it. No problem with that hand for Otega Owe. Bangs the 3 home. Kentucky shooting a lot better from outside the arc than Iowa State. It's the main reason why they're ahead right now. Momcilovic fires a deep one. That one's going. I think Iowa State finally got one to fall. Momcilovic. Big time 3 for the Cyclones. They finally made one. Aberdeen dribbles this one up the floor. 4:27 to play in the half. Aberdeen. Jelavic fires a 3. That one is an air ball. Ugly, ugly fire from Jelavic. And the Iowa State fans taunting the Kentucky big man. All right, Texas got out of that last inning. Let's go. That's a big time 3 by Momcilovic, dude. They needed one to go down big time. And now they get it in here. Lipsey up the floor. Again, Iowa State is just such a better team when Lipsey's on the floor controlling the offense. Nice dish inside. Bateman trying to get positioning. He couldn't get it to go. Moreno gets the rebound. And here comes Kentucky in transition. Aberdeen inside to Diabate. Swings it to the corner. Williams a 3. Bang! Big time 3 for the Wildcats, who continue to shoot the ball as good as they probably have all year. Lipsy dribbles it up the floor. Both teams in the bonus with under 4 to play. Lipsy. Bunch of screens. Tamim Lipsy. Into the mid-range. Gets a floater off. That one's no good. Loose ball rebounded by Buchanan. Torre. Corner. Bateman a 3. That one's off. And a loose ball that's going to be rebounded by Diabate. Oweh up the floor. Kentucky leading by 5. The Iowa State defense has started to give them some trouble, but their shot making has just been much better than Iowa State. Oweh gets inside. Missed the easy layup, though. A rare miss inside by Oweh. In transition, Iowa State fires a 3. That one's an air ball. No good. Rebound by Kentucky. Oweh in transition after the wide open miss. He gets stuffed and a foul is called. Or they're going to say jump ball. The possession arrow belongs to Kentucky, so they maintain possession. Great swing there from Diabate, who looked like he was going to get an easy transition layup. He lost possession, but made a great pass to the corner for the open 3 from Williams. That air ball from Iowa State on the other end, by the way, horrendous. If you guys are listening to the stream, be sure to click the subscribe button. The shot making from Kentucky has just been so superior to that of Iowa State. You know what I mean? It's like it's night and day, bro. Still going to be a back and forth game. I think Kentucky is really shooting insanely well right now, for sure. Oh, did Texas just hit a home run? Think we did, boys. Let's go, Iowa. Let's go, Iowa. Let's go, Texas. The boys are swinging it today, man. Need to get a big lead, though, because our bullpen's probably going to choke the game away. KC Borba, what can I say? You're him. Borbomb. Oh man, it's been a good couple days to be a Longhorn. Especially if you can pull out this game. This win over Auburn would be incredibly big. Auburn is the number 5 team in the country in baseball. Texas is number 2. We're on the road. We blew Friday night. We almost blew Saturday night. But we got it done. And that's all that matters to me. Can Kentucky win that series? I don't know. If you guys are listening to this, though, be sure to click the subscribe button. We'll get back to the coverage of this game and the commentary of this game once it actually starts. Dude, why are these streams so freaking laggy, dude? I'm just trying to see the home run. I know the Texas Twitter account's about to repost, but like, dude. Oh, Borba launched that thing, dude. Holy cow, that thing was launched. Oh, man, that was beautiful. Anyways, inbound, Aberdeen is double teamed. Ball goes off of Aberdeen out of bounds. Another turnover forced by this aggressive Iowa State defense. Great swipe from Lipsy. Ninth turnover of the half for Kentucky. Swing to the corner. Momcilovic to Buchanan. Heisey gets it out to Lipsy. Back. Lipsy to Heisey. Ball nearly... What the heck? Heisey just kicked the basketball. I really don't know how to describe it. Like, he turned it over, went out of bounds, and then he kicked it again. That was really weird, bro. What the heck? You don't see that too often. He got really mad. Always got it. Diabate splits the defense. Corner. Kick out. Williams drive. Inside to Moreno. And he's fouled going up. With 2:07 to play. It looks like it'll be Moreno to shoot two. Two shots coming up for Malachi Moreno. And he knocks down the first one. .207. Moreno at the line. Second free throw. That one's good. Kentucky with a 7-point lead over Iowa State. Again, if you guys are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Lipsy. Momcilovic lost it for a second, gets it back. Lipsy dribbles it. Buchanan to Heisey. And he's looking, gets it back out. Momcilovic to Lipsy. Shot clock down to 5. Lipsy's got to get something off. He gets it to Momcilovic. He's got to fire it. 1 second on the clock. And he misses. Ball is tipped up in the air. Moreno lost the rebound. It's loose. Momcilovic gets it. Fires a corner three. It's good. Big time three. A wild possession. And that ends in an Iowa State three. Kentucky comes back the other way. And Williams' foot was out of bounds in the corner. And Diabate is getting mad at his teammate because that was a free 2 points for Kentucky if Williams' foot just wasn't on the line, which Momcilovic barely kept his foot in bounds on the corner three. But he did, and that's all that matters. Momcilovic has been the only one hitting outside the arc for Iowa State today. Everybody else is cold. Lipsy's been great at getting to the line, and Kentucky already has 10 turnovers today, by the way. It's been a massive issue. Lipsy gets it out. Dominic Nelson dribbles it to the corner. Plata inside, bounce pass up, and a foul called on Kentucky with 59 seconds to go in the half. Who's going to the line? Is it Heisey? Who had a big game off the bench for Iowa State in the last game with Joshua Jefferson out. He was the one who took a lot of the minutes. And he's taking those minutes today at the small forward position. 2 free throws coming up. Heisey's first one. No good. It bounces out. No. Nate Heisey not shooting as well today as he was a couple days ago. Makes the second free throw. It's a one-possession game. Before I go to halftime break, I'll definitely do an analysis. I do have some things I really have a couple things I want to say about this game for sure. Moreno comes out of the game. The Kentucky 7-foot big picks up his second foul of the game. 59 seconds left. Iowa State employing a press. They've done a great job forcing those turnovers today. Chandler gets ahead of the pack. Nelson with the defense. Chandler to the corner. Aberdeen loses it. Another turnover. Here comes Iowa State in transition. Nelson goes up. Foul again on Kentucky. The Cyclones just have so much momentum. Kentucky cannot stop turning the ball over, which is just got to be so frustrating. But Iowa State's defense really good for a reason. Nelson drives baseline, draws the contact from Denzel Aberdeen, and he'll shoot 2 free throws with 38 seconds to play. If you guys are listening again, be sure to like up the stream. Please like up the stream and click the subscribe button Helps out the channel a lot. Nelson's first free throw is good. Don't go anywhere at halftime because we have another half of basketball to play, and I want y'all to be along for the ride. Also, be sure to comment down below. In the chat. Comment in the chat. Jefferson, Iowa State star, can only watch and see as his team battles. Nelson misses the second free throw. It's a loose ball that Kentucky rebounds. Iowa State is in the bonus plus now. Here comes Kentucky. 30 seconds to go in the half. Aberdeen to Garrison at the free throw line. Bounce pass inside. Another turnover. Ball stolen by Iowa State. Shot clock turning off. Iowa State will get the last possession. Lipsey. As that's 12 turnovers for Kentucky. 8 seconds to play. Lipsey goes to work. Gets inside. Corner three. Heisey open. Bang! Iowa State will take the lead into halftime. What a half for Iowa State. They battle back from being down early, and they take the lead going into the halftime locker room. Wow, boys. What a shot from Heisey in the corner. If you guys are listening, click the subscribe button, please. We got a lot of March Madness streams coming up in the coming months, in the coming weeks and month or so. Really excited. Hope Kentucky wins. Yeah, man, I had Iowa State winning this game, but I don't have Iowa State getting past Virginia, which is key, right? Because Virginia is, you know, I don't know. I mean, I just, a couple of members of my family bracket who I'm competing against for some money is have Iowa State. So getting them eliminated in the round of 32 would be really nice. No one in my bracket chose Kentucky. But yeah, just a few things I want to say about this game before I go to halftime break and get some much needed food. Okay. Iowa State. You can't be, I mean, Iowa State cannot be mad about the way that they've played. They are down their best player. Joshua Jefferson is by far the best player on their team. Lipsey's really good, but Jefferson's the you know, he is the engine that makes the machine go, right? So for him to be out and for them to have to adjust on the fly like that and figure out how to allocate those minutes, tremendous job by TJ Otzelberger. Iowa State started off this game down by double digits because Kentucky was shooting really well. They didn't flinch. TJ Otzelberger, they interviewed him. He was like, well, you know, we're playing good defense. The shots are just falling right now. Eventually, you know, I trust that our defense is going to start getting some stops once everything stops going in for Kentucky. And he was right. Kentucky started to not make as many threes. Iowa State's defense started forcing a lot of turnovers. Some of them unforced, but I mean, the on-ball pressure is getting the job done, right? So, if you're Iowa State, you got to be feeling good. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you win by 20 or you win by 1. This is March Madness. If any win without your best player is a massive one, and then you can worry about the next game and his availability later. For Kentucky, the beginning of this game could not have started off better for them. Iowa State couldn't hit a three to save their life. Kentucky was hitting everything. Aberdeen, Oweh, they were hitting everything. And then the turnovers started, right? And that is where things started to fall apart. That's where that lead that they built up all half started to shrink. If you're Mark Pope right now, you got to be furious with your squad. I mean, goodness gracious, dude. Like, what are you? Like, some of these turnovers were just bad. Like, Williams having a free lane to the basket and he's standing out of bounds. Like, what are you doing, bro? That's horrible court awareness. You know what I mean? It's just things like that that really, you know, kill you. And that's a bad turnover. There was a lot of other ones that were pretty tragic. But, yeah, I mean, you look at Iowa State and you look at how they're shorthanded. They're out here playing their butts off. They're forcing turnovers. They were the better team in that first half. Kentucky played so sloppy. 12 turnovers? You're not going to win basketball games turning the ball over 12 times in a game a lot of the time. In one half, again, their shot making was so good early on in the game. That's the only thing that's kept them in this. Their defense hasn't been terrible either. I'll give them credit for the defense too, but those shots, bro, those turnovers, they got to be fixed. But it's a 1 point game. It's really a toss up. Again, will Jefferson not playing cost Iowa State in the second half? I'm not sure. Kentucky's a really good basketball team, or well, they can be. Kentucky can be a really good basketball team. They're inconsistent, as we've seen. It was a tale of two parts in that first half. You saw the good Kentucky team that was hitting and great tough shot making, and then you saw the ugly Kentucky team that couldn't stop getting in their own way. And Iowa State, Momcilovic was a key part in that run. That boy was hitting some tough shots. So it's a 1 point lead for Iowa State at the half, courtesy of a Heisey 3 to end the half. Nate Heisey with a big-time corner 3. Great pass from Tamim Lipsey, who played really well for Iowa State in the first half. And yeah, I will catch y'all boys for the second half of this game. Y'all be sure to click the subscribe button. Please, click the subscribe button. I want to come back and see multiple new subs. I don't know. I hope so. We're on the road to 2K. Help out the channel. Help out the grind. Click the sub button. Click the like button. Leave some comments in the chat if y'all got things to say. I'll be back soon. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. And yeah, we'll be back for some exciting second half action in this Iowa State-Kentucky battle. Alrighty. If you are listening, be sure to click the sub button. Here we go. Got a good one on our hands here today in the round of 32. Iowa State will start with the basketball. Lipsey dribbles it, gets it out to Heisey. Spin inside, Heisey to the corner. Lipsey drive. Lipsey step back three. It's good! What a shot by Tamim Lipsey. Beautiful shot by Tamim Lipsey. So about as good of a start as you could ask for Iowa State this half. They're 4 for 6 from 3 after a rough start. Now the drive inside. Owe banks it in for 2. It's going to be a back and forth game throughout. Lipsey gets into the paint. Torrey in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Jelavic rips down the board. And here comes Kentucky. Aberdeen gets inside, floats it up high, and it's no good. Rebound, Buchanan, and Lipsey will dribble it up the floor. Lipsey to the corner. Momcilovic thought about the 3. To the corner. Heisey, drive inside, he's fouled. Here we go. Momcilovic floats it up, and he gets it to go. Nice floater there from Momcilovic. Iowa State. Momcilovic has 12 on the day. Owe fade away from the corner. That's no good. Rebound Kentucky. A rebound Iowa State. And here's a 3. That one's no good. Owe gets the rebound. 4-point game. Wildcats trying to make something happen. They turn it over again. But did they call a foul? I believe they did. Or was that another turnover? Wow. I think it was another turnover by Owe. That's big time, bro. That is big time. All right, we have some good games on today. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Virginia-Tennessee. That's a really good game. Big news for Kentucky, though. Otega Owe has picked up his 3rd foul. Buchanan on the lob. Back got blocked. Chandler in transition. Nice pass to the other side of the court. Aberdeen inside. And he gets it stolen away by Buchanan, but he gets it knocked away. Texas just got the inning. And Kentucky puts in 2 more points. Jelavic inside with a good finish. Oh, man, that was a crazy turn of events. But Buchanan saved it and gave it right to Kentucky. But yeah, Owe with his 3rd foul, he'll have to sit. Which is pretty significant. Lipsey 3. Bang! Iowa State, Big Tom 3. Tamim Lipsey continues to play so well. What a game from number 3. He has stepped up massively for the Cyclones. Moreno. Hand off to Aberdeen. He gets into the middle. Crafty finish, no good. Moreno's fouled on the putback. 2 shots coming up for Kentucky. If you guys are listening again, click the sub button. It really does help out the channel a lot. Now Lipsey is hooping his butt off today. Two shots for Malachi Moreno. Makes the first one. Moreno made 2 free throws earlier, and he goes 2 for 2 at the line on this trip. It's a one possession game still. Been a great game throughout. Iowa State has the basketball. And another foul is called here. This one's on Kentucky. Colin Chandler who got called for that one. That is the third foul in Kentucky this half. Mark Pope trying to get Kentucky back to the Sweet 16. And they get it into Tamim Lipsey. And another foul is called. Another one on Kentucky. And they're only a couple fouls away from putting Iowa State in the bonus. That's Colin Chandler's third foul of the game as well. So two of Kentucky's best shooting options have picked up their third fouls. Owe and Chandler. They keep Chandler in the game, though. Momcilovic, fade away. That one's no good. Did they just call another foul? Oh my gosh, boys. Dude, this is crazy. If I were a Kentucky fan, I'd be so unbelievably mad right now. This is ridiculous. That's like 3 or 4 fouls in a row. Mark Pope's probably pretty mad. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Momcilovic will head to the free throw line. That was a shooting foul. This one is good. 40-36. If you are listening again, be sure to like up the stream, click the subscribe button. Here we go. Momcilovic trying to go 2 for 2 from the line, and he makes them both. It's a 5-point lead once again for the Cyclones. Came out of the half up 1. Big time 3 from Lipsey. He's hit 2 this half. Arguably Kentucky's 3 best scorers in foul trouble right now. Aberdeen kicks to the corner. Cam Williams battling a double team, trying to fight through it, and he is fouled. The referees are really starting to blow those whistles here in this second half. Yeah, the 3 Wildcats in question are Aberdeen, Chandler, and Owe. All 3 of them have picked up their third fouls, which is, pretty significant stuff. You're an SEC guy, so you're rooting for Kentucky? Alrighty. Here we go. Up inside Moreno. He's ripped and he's fouled. Okay, see, bro, this is what I don't like. I understand that because they called so many fouls on Kentucky on one end of the floor, they got to call a bunch on the other end to even it up, dude, as we're going to get a stoppage here. I hate it, bro. I hate when the referees get too involved in games and basketball just starts getting the quality of basketball just starts going down because of all the fouls. I mean, it's just, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate when referees get too involved. But yeah, y'all like up the stream, click the subscribe button, and we're in a timeout right now. So here we go. Moreno getting 2 shots here. And he missed both free throws. I only missed a few seconds of game time. Here's the layup. It's blocked, and they're going to call a goaltend. 2 more points for Iowa State. Yeah, Moreno swatted the crap out of that ball. And that one was definitely coming back down when he got a piece of it. Up the floor goes Kentucky. Aberdeen inside, walks his way in, and he draws another foul. At this rate, both teams are going to be in the bonus within the next, 3 minutes, bro. It's insane. If you are listening, be sure to click the red subscribe button. Please, it really does help out the channel a lot. Aberdeen shooting 2, makes the first. Here we go. Both free throws good. 15.5 to go. Lipsy lobs it ahead for Plata, and that one goes out of bounds. It'll be another turnover. And yeah, Lipsy just lobbed that one ahead. That one just goes out of play. 14th turnover. 14 turnovers for Kentucky, 6 for Iowa State. Neither team has played super clean. The points off turnovers are pretty even, though. Iowa State doesn't capitalize as much off those turnovers as you would think. Aberdeen dribbling it around, his team trailing by 5. Aberdeen takes the double, swings it over. Cam Williams a 3. That one's off, no good. Rebound, Iowa State. Momcilovic looking for the shot, gets it to Heisey. He gets inside, out to Bateman. Bateman drive inside, lefty layup, no good. Rebound, Momcilovic, and a foul coming. It was actually Plata who got the whistle there. So the call on the floor right now is an and one and a made basket for Iowa State. I think this is going to get reviewed. That's a massive call if that's the case. Whoever just subscribed and was 1,660, thank you so much. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button and leave a like on the stream. Right now, the call is an and one on Plata. Wait. Huh? Did that go in? Or am I tweaking? Bro, what? A little confused here. Cannot lie to you. I'm a little confused by that call. Let's turn on this Texas-Auburn baseball game. So there you go. It's a good game right now. But Iowa State has had control of this game since the start of the second half. It was a really back and forth one in the first half. I mean, Iowa State was just kind of crawling and they couldn't get a whole lot going early on. But then Kentucky eventually really, started turning the ball over. And that's when things got rough, right? It was when they started turning the ball over. Iowa State came back. All in all, I'm extremely impressed by Iowa State today, though. Again, when you get the news that your best player is out for who knows how long, that's demoralizing, bro. Like, I don't even know what kind of effect. I feel like that has a huge effect on the locker room. But them boys are just fighting. They really are. They are fighting. Kentucky's a good team, but Iowa State's defense is nasty. They're making these shots really tough to come by. There's been a lot of foul calls in the second half, though, which has slowed the game down. But, I mean, it's going to be an interesting finish, you know? We'll see if Iowa State's able to pull away. That's really going to be the interesting one. Is Iowa State going to be able to pull away? There we go. Outside to Ethan Mendoza. 2-1 count. Might stream later today. Might go Bama versus Tech tonight because I know it's a really interesting game. Both teams missing key players. Tech lost JT Toppin, their star big man, for the entire season with an ACL tear. Alabama lost Aiden Holloway for who knows how long because he decided to sell drugs. So, there's the difference between, I guess, Grant McCaslin's Tech program and Nate Oates' Alabama program. You know what I mean? Wild stuff. Is that Tinny up? Man, Texas might have the bases juice soon here in a second, bro. It's a 3-1 count. I'm dialed in on this SEC baseball right now. I'm really dialed in on this. Maddox Mansour. Fouled back. Full count. So they've taken away the 2 points, which, again, I didn't really understand why those 2 points are up in the first place. That one confused me. Oh, have both teams used the timeout today? Oh, did they call? They called basket interference. That's what it was. It was basket interference. That was the call. That's why they gave him 2. It's still gonna be 2 free throws for Plata. The first one is short. Yeah, that was. I didn't think it was basket interference. That's a good review. What's Auburn doing here? Second free throw from Plata. That one rattles in good. And we have a stoppage here. See what y'all are saying in the chat. What conference is Iowa State in? I forgot. Iowa State is in the Big 12. If y'all are still listening, Iowa State is in the Big 12. That is their conference. They're in the same conference as teams like Tech and Arizona. So it's a really good basketball conference. Moreno has it here. Again, Kentucky dealing with their 3 top scorers on this team being in foul trouble. Diabate gets it knocked down and knocked away. And it's going to be a jump ball. I believe the possession arrow favors Kentucky here. Yeah, you guys are listening. Be sure to click the subscribe button. But yeah, that's why Iowa State was such a high seed because they had a really good season in the Big 12, which is one of the premier conferences of college basketball. So that's why a lot of people chose them to go far. I have Iowa State losing in the next round. I had them beating Kentucky in my bracket. And they've looked the part today. Aberdeen. And I think Kentucky just got called for a 5-second violation. They were not able to inbound the ball in time. Mark Pope is frustrated. It's a big one right there. That's a possession they just gave away. Tameen Lipsey. That is the 15th Kentucky turnover of the day. Lob inside. Buchanan with the slam. And Iowa State leads by 8. They're also already in the bonus. Man. Aberdeen and Kentucky trying to slow down this run. Aberdeen. Lob inside to Diabate. Loose ball. Out of bounds off of the Cyclones. It'll be Kentucky ball on the baseline. And Kentucky gets it in. A stop and pop there from Otega Oweh. It's good. 6-point game with 13:40 to play. Tameen Lipsey around the screen. Lipsey out to Bateman. Bateman to Heisey. Iowa State trying to stay out in front. Lipsy, cross, gets inside, floats it up. It's no good. The tip in, no good again. Loose ball, long rebound comes out to the Wildcats. Owe in transition. He'll attack the basket. Ortega to the rim, no good. And the tip in from Moreno, also no good. And Iowa State just continues to push it up the floor. Torre to the rim, and he finishes with the right hand layup. 8-point Cyclone lead. Aberdeen, and I think we have a timeout from Mark Pope and Kentucky. Iowa State leading by 8, 12:48 to go. They're starting to really figure it out. They're starting to kind of pull away a little bit. Man, what a game. I think Iowa State's in a really good spot right now, though, for being honest. But yeah. Oh, my Texas just added 2 more. Let's go. 4-0 Horns in the baseball game. Carson Tinney, what do we do here? 3-1 count, and then what happened? Did we lace one up the middle? Big Ten. Oh, Tinney, beautiful ball. Come on, bro. Let's go, Tinney. Oh, he laced it into right. Yep, that'll score 2. Boom, Horns up. Let's go, baby. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big Texas fan. Hook 'em. Y'all be sure to click the subscribe button. 12:48 to go. What a game it has been. Kentucky gets the inbound. Y'all be sure to like up the stream and subscribe. Garrison at the top. Gets it over to Cam Williams. Williams to Aberdeen. Corner away. Into the mid-range, and a foul is called. So a big controversy I've been seeing online with Kentucky is about this Jaden Quaintance guy. I guess he's had some issues, and he pretty much flat out quit on the team. Kentucky fans, y'all can tell me. How crazy would it be if Florida and Texas had to play each other? Man, well, that'd be the national championship, so that'd be ridiculous. Missed shot there from the Wildcats. Loose ball. Garrison picks it up. He's in trouble. Gets it over to Williams. Inside, Diabate kicks it out to Aberdeen, and it's a steal. Here comes Lipsy in front, and the finish in transition from Tameen Lipsy. It's a 10-point lead for the Cyclones. The ball movement from Kentucky looked good, and then one bad pass ruined the whole possession. Oh, man, that's a killing blow. 10-point lead for the Cyclones. 16 Kentucky turnovers, the main reason for that. Make it 17. Owe gets it ripped away. Heisey in transition, and one finish! The Cyclones up 1 at half. Up 12 now. Iowa State. What a run. If y'all are listening, click the subscribe button. What a job by the Cyclones. Yeah, click the like and the subscribe button. What a job by Iowa State, man. This is just so impressive. Man, I cannot believe this game, bro. But Iowa State's cold, man. Oh, he kept the foot on the bag. Dang it. We almost got another run. We gonna challenge that Schloss or nah? Are they reviewing this or what's up? It could be. See if this stands, boys. Um, Umpires are going to review this call. Texas is going to challenge to see if that first baseman got his foot back on. Yeah, Iowa State. Dude, yeah, this is just otherworldly levels of impressive from the Cyclones today. I can't even lie. I mean, again, Joshua Jefferson's out. A lot of adversity. Playing a Kentucky team coming off a big win. Oh, I think he got his foot back on the bag in time. Yeah, I think he did. It's close, but I think he may have gotten it back. I don't know. But yeah, but Iowa State's really jumped out here in the second half, and they've gotten it going. They've made some big plays. Lipsy, I think Lipsy's been tremendous today. He's made some great plays, and Kentucky just keeps turning the ball over. I think that's the most aggravating. If you're a Kentucky basketball fan right now, you got to be so unbelievably mad at how sloppy they've played today. Okay. So they called Robbins out, inning over. Texas still up 4-0. Yeah, if you are listening, though, be sure to click the sub button. Road to 2K subs. We're trying to grind here, but yeah. So help the journey if you enjoy what you're listening to. More March Madness streams coming up. 11:46 to go. Iowa State has outscored Kentucky 29-10 since there was a minute and a half left in the first half. Since that point, it's been all Cyclones as Heisey misses the free throw. It's been all Cyclones all day. They have completely dominated this basketball game, and it's been really impressive to watch from the Cyclones. 17 turnovers today from Kentucky, the most in their last 54 games. Truly a remarkable performance. And another foul call. This one is on Iowa State. So you combine that with the incessant fouling from both teams, and yeah, you're getting this result. Both teams have fouled a lot. I think Kentucky's about to be in the bonus now. Iowa State's been in the bonus. And 2 free throws coming up for Brandon Garrison, who played well in round 1. He struggled in this game, and he misses that free throw. That's not good, not good. Yeah, but it's been brutal. Brutal. See if Kentucky can make this a game. Garrison makes the second free throw. Cuts the lead. Why they just up it to 53-40 Iowa State, I guess. 53-40. Here we go. Lipsy. Or they make a mistake with the scoreboard and they change both. I don't know. Lipsy's got it here. Okay, I had the score right. 52-41. They messed up the score. Torrey with the spin and the layup. Cyclones doing good work right now. Owe up with it for Kentucky. Garrison up top. Ortega inside. Garrison flings it out of bounds. My goodness. Another turnover from the Wildcats. This has truly gotten awful. Beautiful spin by Torrey with the finish at the rim. But yeah, Kentucky, this is one of the sloppiest games of basketball I think I've ever seen. I mean, they're going to hit 20 turnovers, bro. What is the NCAA record? I don't know, but Kentucky, dude, this has been bad. Really, really bad. Inside, Torrey with the cut and the finish. Nice cut in there to the paint, and Torrey finishes inside. 10 minutes to play, and Mark Pope will call another Kentucky timeout. They will only have one left, but this is the only way they can stop the bleeding right now. Iowa State's lead is up to 15. Well, not a good spot for Kentucky right now at all. Jefferson is not playing for Iowa State today. I don't even know. The Rothstein, the reporter, came on and said they don't know if he'll be back, when he'll be back, if they win today. They have no idea on his timeline. Not playing for Iowa State today. So that's just a complete unknown right now for the Cyclones. we go. Kentucky near... Did they turn? They didn't turn over again, right? Okay, I was about to say they nearly turned it over again. Lipsy playing like a heat-seeking safety right there. Like a linebacker. No, like a safety. Like he just read that play beautifully. Highly cerebral point guard. Under 10 to play. Aberdeen gets inside. And trying to fight. Shot clock is low. He gets rejected by the Cyclones. Lipsy. Transition. Pass. 3. Momcilovic. Bang! All Cyclones. All day. 19 turnovers for Kentucky. And they have completely fallen apart. It was 31-30 at the half in favor of the Cyclones. Owe with the spin inside and a nice finish. That bucket right there, Kentucky just scored their 13th point of the entire half. That is not going to get it done. Heisey comes right back the other way with a contested finish. Aberdeen. Screen, launches a 3. That one's off the backboard, no good. Loose ball and really bad rebounding by the Cyclones. Diabate, or was that Owe who got a free lane to the basket right there. That was a really poor rebounding job by Iowa State there. I mean, that ball just sat on the court, and Owe had a free board and bucket. Tamim Lipsy. Momcilovic spinning around in the corner. Trying to back down Otega Owe. He's got the size advantage. Momcilovic inside. Fakes the fade. Lipsy inside. Gets the contact and banks it in. Nice shot there from Tamim Lipsy, man. He is a crafty, tough, cerebral point guard. 21 points on the day for Lipsy. And again, with Iowa State, they needed someone to step up desperately in the absence of Jefferson. Here's a corner 3 for Chandler. That's no good. Backside board from Torrey. And Iowa State has outscored Kentucky now 37-15 since that 1 minute and a half mark of the first half. Lipsy, they need someone to step up in the absence of Jefferson, and Lipsy has done that and more. Momcilovic has been good today too. Oh, he just dropped a man! And he missed the 3. Torrey just got bodied to the ground, and he is pretty hurt. He's pretty banged up there. He's hurt, and he's down on the court right now. He's not looking too good, as he just took a big shot going up to get that. Was it that rebound, or what was the deal here? I don't know. It did not look pretty though. And Iowa State's already dealing with some injuries. Gotta hope Torrey is all right. So he took a brutal shot there, but he is rolling over onto his back. Yeah, dude, that was, oh gosh, that looked bad. Momcilovic dropped the dude, and then disaster struck after he missed the 3. But there you go. Yeah, if you are listening, please click the subscribe button. It's a close. It was a close game at one point, but Iowa State has really, really done a great job. They started to pull away in this second half. It's been super impressive to watch. And yeah, it's how it is, man. It's been really impressive stuff from Iowa State. Tamim Lipsy has been a big time bucket getter today. Who else has been a stud today? Milan Momcilovic. He's hit some huge shots. Been them two mainly, to be honest. They've produced most of the offense. Torrey, who's down on the ground right now, he's also played well today for Iowa State. Anyways, yeah. I mean, the points today, 17 from Momcilovic, 21 from Lipsy, and then 10 from Heisey and 8 from Torrey. That'll get the job done. Kentucky's leading scorers on the day, 13 from Owe, 12 from Aberdeen. And no one else has really provided any offense for Kentucky. That's been the issue, dude. Aside from the turnovers. Obviously, the turnovers is, ridiculous, dude. Like, I think this is what I'm seeing right now. Yeah, this is insane. Every single player that has played a minute today for Iowa State has committed at least one turnover. Every single one. Not Iowa State. Kentucky. Every single player that has stepped on the court today for Kentucky has turned the basketball over at least one time. A lot of them have turned it over multiple times. But that is an insane stat, bro. For comparison, Iowa State has had like 4 players not turn the ball over who've played the court. About half, or maybe I think half of Iowa State's guys have not turned the ball over. You know how insane that is, man? Y'all understand how insane that is for a team to turn the ball over that freaking much, dude? This is embarrassing if you're Kentucky. Killian Torrey looks like he is okay. So that is obviously really good news for Iowa State. You hate to see injuries in the sports. The worst thing, and both these teams have dealt with injuries. Jaden Quaint is for Kentucky. Obviously, Jefferson for them, for Iowa State. But, yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. Yeah, he took a big shot there from Owe. Yeah, so Kentucky, their 2 guards, Aberdeen and Owe, have 4 turnovers each. Couple turnovers from Chandler, a couple from Jelovic, 1 from Moreno, and then all the guys off the bench pretty much have 1 turnover. As free throws coming up for Buchanan, he makes the first one. It was a 1-and-1, and he made it to earn the second free throw. Yeah, if y'all listening, though, please click the subscribe button, man. It really does help out the channel a lot if you enjoy what you're listening to. Free throw is good, and the lead for Iowa State is officially 20 points. They can start taking some guys out. Buchanan, their center, comes out after making the free throws. And it is not looking good. Most in an NCAA tournament game for Kentucky in the turnover department since 2000 against Syracuse. And is that another Kentucky turnover? Yes, it is. Jasper Johnson drove into the lane, and he lost it, tipped it up around and abound, and boom, turnover. Again, just complete disaster of a basketball game today from the Wildcats. 12 turnovers in the first half, 8 in the second half. Lipsey. Corner. Heisey gets the lane, and he puts it in. Nice little flush there from Daniel Heisey. And I just don't see Kentucky making this comeback anytime soon. Otega Owe. Step back 3. No, he doesn't attempt it. He passes out of it. Johnson. Dribbling it himself. Jasper Johnson. Looking around. Gets to the paint. The double team comes. Nice feed. And Owe finishes with the left hand. Long 3 from Bateman. It's cash. Oh, that's a crazy shot. Bateman catch and shoot from near the logo. Bangs it home. And if that's not pretty much the dagger, I don't know what is. Owe gets inside. He's going to have to respond. Johnson fakes the 3. Thought about the step back. Now he does step back. That one's no good. It's knocked out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Iowa State. I mean, this is just a complete failure of a game from Kentucky. If you're Kentucky, right, I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't be too upset about the fact that, you lost, because Iowa State is a number 2 seed for a reason. They're a really good basketball team. The way you lost is disgusting. Dude, how in the world do you turn the ball over that many times? It's bad. Watching bad basketball makes me upset. And that's what Kentucky's been playing today. Bad ball. Bateman's got it. Lipsey. Step back, no. Momcilovic. Up top. Shot clock is low. 4 seconds. Torres going to have to fire up a step back 3. It's no good. Ball is deflected out right to Kentucky. And Aberdeen fires a corner 3. That one's good. Lead down to 20. It's been all Cyclones in the second half. And another foul called on Kentucky. That's on Jasper Johnson. So free throws coming up for Tamim Lipsey, who has taken a lot of them today. Lipsy makes the free throw. So, I mean, this is just like I said, this is a really bad way to go out in the tournament, right? Like to turn the ball over that many times. That would make me really upset as a fan. Like I said, Aberdeen has the ball, kicks it out to Jasper Johnson. Johnson launching a deep three. That one's good, but yeah, I mean, like if Texas were to lose to Purdue, like it's a 11 versus 2 seed, like I wouldn't be like too mad, right? Like I'd be sad. I'd be like, dang, the season's over, but I wouldn't be that mad if Texas were to lose to Purdue. Is turnover and Kentucky gets a flush the other way from Owe. But if we turn the ball over 20 plus times in the process, that's what would make me really upset. I'd be a little bent out of shape then. I can't lie. So Lipsy over to Torre. Back to Lipsy. Kentucky has under 5 minutes left to go on a miracle run. Heisey inside. Torre! Lefty layup. It's good. But I feel Kentucky fans, like it won't be like that you lost probably to Iowa State, although the expectations for Kentucky basketball are sky high. It's the fact that like you've played so awful in this game, top to bottom. Only Owe has really played well, and Aberdeen was hitting some early. Owe fakes, spins, three ball, off the mark, no good. And Diabate just threw that one into the seats. That'll be a out of bounds Iowa State ball. That one is not a turnover, though, because Diabate, he was just trying to save a rebound, and he just didn't save it well. But yeah, Torre, really nice. That was a tough play for him to make, though. I'm not going to blame him. Torre, that was a nice lefty layup there underneath. Lipsy hands it off. Again, Iowa State can probably take out the starters here in a moment. Heisey to Momcilovic. Heisey over to Torre. Voice crack. Torre in the mid-range, looking for the backdoor cut. Gets it out to Lipsy. Tamim Lipsy dribbling it. Corner. Torre fakes the three, and the ball was knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Kentucky. And we'll get a timeout here. It's been all Iowa State this second half. Kentucky's fallen behind by a lot. Do they have a miraculous VCU type of run in them? I don't know. Y'all be sure to click the subscribe button, though, so you won't miss future streams for this March Madness if you enjoy what you're listening to. Let's go. Horns. We're going to tune back into this baseball game. Love when Texas baseball is winning. It's a great day when the Horns win. We have 2 on and no out, and we're on a 3-0 count. Ooh. We could have something cooking here. Hold up. We could have something cooking. Oh, gosh, and the stream's lagging again. Dude, you know what I hate, bro? Is like, riddle me this. Why ESPN's college baseball product is awful? Tell me why a top 5 series in the SEC has no coverage. Matter of fact, SEC Network, what are y'all doing? How is this series not on television? Oh, bull. Bad call. How is this series not on SEC Network? This is a top 5 matchup, a rubber match between 2 of the best teams in the country. How is this game not on SEC Network? Why do I have to go for alternatives? There's ball 4. Why do I have to go look for alternatives for this? Can you explain that to me? It's so dumb, bro. Pointless. We got A&M Georgia as the series. Like, on SEC Network today. A&M can't do anything. Why is A&M the series that's on today? A&M is going to be out of the top 25 on tomorrow or Tuesday morning or Monday morning, bro. Why is dumb rant. Whatever. It just makes me kind of mad. Auburn has loaded the bases up for Texas here, and they're making another pitching change. Their relief pitcher came in, and all he did was throw a bunch of balls, I guess. Really didn't chance the horns. Y'all click the subscribe button. Final run of this Kentucky game coming up. Kentucky fans are really ripping on this one Jasper Johnson dude. Anyways, there's the game summary. Iowa State has been much more efficient this half. The turnovers, Kentucky's doubled Iowa State's turnovers. Otega always the only player who's played well, in my opinion, for Kentucky today or has done anything really noticeable. Backdoor lob for Buchanan is money. He slams it home off the inbound. Beautiful play call from TJ Otzelberger. And Kentucky just looks out of sorts. 3.5 minutes until the Wildcats are going home. Aberdeen inside, or that was Cam Williams who goes up and he hit the deck pretty hard. Big time slam from Parker Buchanan. Or Blake Buchanan. What a play. 2 free throws coming up for Cam Williams. First one is good. So there you go. Been a rough one today for Kentucky. Mark Pope will have some evaluating to do in the offseason. Again, hey, getting them to the second round. The expectation at Kentucky, though, obviously for basketball, is extremely high, right? The expectation is always to make it past the first weekend, and that did not get accomplished this year. But Iowa State's a really good team, as we've seen. Kentucky's coming out in a press, but not an aggressive one. No double teams, no traps. And Iowa State will beat that easily. Heisey dribbling it around. It looks like they're going to run some stall strats here. Just pass this around, run that shot clock down, run that game clock down. Looks to be the Iowa State strategy here. TJ Otzelberger's called the dogs off a bit. Heisey gets inside, kicks corner, Lipsey fakes, jab, 3, bang! And that is the dagger. Tamim Lipsey drills another 3. What a day for the veteran point guard. Iowa State by 22, and Kentucky's season is coming to a close. What a shot by Lipsey. Again, phenomenal performance from him today. He was efficient. He was a great facilitator as Aberdeen comes down the other way and hits a contested 3. But again, there's just not enough time. If Iowa State, they're just going to run this clock down. They're going to take all the seconds off each possession and call it a day. And there you go. That's how it should be. Lipsey's dribbling it out. A career high from Tamim today, 26 points. He can get buckets, but I think of him as more of a facilitator, great passer kind of guy, playmaker, as Torre in the corner misses the fadeaway midi. But he can shoot too, and he can get buckets. Another Kentucky 3 off the mark, rebounded by Buchanan, and the clock hits under 2 minutes to play. And Cyclone fans are all on their feet because they know they are going to the Sweet 16 here pretty shortly. Lipsey just dribbling it out. The white flag has been raised from Kentucky. Lipsey, mid-range, fake, Momcilovic, step back 3. Good! Oh my goodness, another big-time shot. Joshua Jefferson, they showed him on the bench. He's happy for his boys. They got the win, and we'll see if he'll be able to come back. But Kentucky will not be going on a magical 7-seed run. As always, fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. There will be no special 7-seed run for the Wildcats this year. Mark Pope and his team are going to have to figure some things out as they head into the offseason. Momcilovic, what a shot, dude. Owe makes the first one. And it's not for a lack of trying from Otega Owe. He played a good game today. He just didn't get a whole lot of support from his team. He missed the second free throw, though. And like I said, it is just calling the dogs off. If you guys are still here, be sure to click the subscribe button. Click the like button. Appreciate y'all for being here today. And tune in later today for Alabama, Texas Tech. I think I'll be streaming that one at 8:45. It's a really good game. I think that one's promising. Lipsey, another 3. That one is short. Owe rips down the rebound. No one really going crazy for it, though. Oh, man. Full count pitch here. I don't know which game I'm going to watch. Full count, bases loaded. Is that going to be... That's going to be a run at least. Double play for Auburn, but we do get a run across. They stopped the clock with 45 seconds left in this game. for whatever reason. But yeah, click the sub button. Really does help out the channel a lot. Cyclone fans, gotta be excited. Again, there was a lot of that's probably the big worry coming into this game, right? Was how would Iowa State fare without Joshua Jefferson, one of the best players in the Big 12 all year, and you know what? They fared pretty well. They did a really good job today, and again, Kentucky made it a little easier with all those turnovers. Some of them unforced, some of them because of Iowa State's really good defense. But the key for Iowa State was the amount of production that they got out of their other guys. Like I said, couldn't have asked for a better offensive game from Tamim Lipsey today, if we're being honest. If you are listening again, be sure to click the sub button. Really does help out the channel so much. Road to 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it if you guys would click that sub button. Iowa State's just running the clock out here. Over Buchanan fires a three late. It's no good. Colin Chandler rips down the rebound. The final 15 seconds of Kentucky's season. That was Owe. Takes his final shot as a Wildcat, potentially. No good. Rebound Iowa State, and that will do it. The Cyclones moving on to the Sweet 16. What a moment for Iowa State. What a moment for TJ Otzelberger. The final score, 82-63. And all the credit in the world to them today for their performance. I mean, you can't ask for much better than what Iowa State did today. Beautiful game from them. And shout out to them, Shout out to them. Again, if you are listening still, click the like and the subscribe button. Help out the YouTube channel. Iowa State shut down a lot of doubters today with this win. And anybody who had, I don't think too many people really had Kentucky going farther than the second round, but there you have it, right? I mean, Iowa State, they've been one of the best teams in the nation all year long, and well, there you go. You see it today. Why they're one of the best teams? They're a deep team. They have a lot of really good players. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good players. They play really tight and good defense, and at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, right? We've seen Iowa State, seen how good they are, and I think this is, again, an extremely impressive win for them tonight. So the Cyclones will move on to the Sweet 16. They make it to the second weekend. TJ Otzelberger leading the program. One of the greatest seasons in the history of Iowa State basketball. They've had a lot of good seasons under Oz so far, but this one could be the greatest of them all. Again, Iowa State has not made the Final Four since 1944. That's how long it's been since Iowa State has been in the Final Four. It's been a really long time, some could say. So, it's been a long road for Iowa State and their fans for sure. Tamim Lipsey ended up with a double-double today, 26 points, 10 assists, and 5 steals added on top of it. Hell of a game for Tamim Lipsey. And there it is. That's the win. Iowa State moving on. They'll play the winner of Virginia, Tennessee. That game will be played later today. So, yeah, man. If y'all enjoyed, click the subscribe button. Probably will be back later tonight for Alabama versus Tech. That game's going to be really good. But yeah, just it's unfortunate. Kentucky, I think that Jaden Quaintains guy being injured kind of sunk them, and yeah, it's just rough, bro. But yeah, thanks for everybody who tuned into the stream today, though. It was another good one for the channel. Always appreciate it. Always love y'all, boys. So appreciate everybody who tuned in today. Again, sub button, make it go from red to gray. Turn on noties for the stream tonight, and the more streams coming up. We're almost there. We're almost through the first weekend of March Madness. There have been a lot of really good games, a lot of really competitive games. Kentucky was in an absolute thriller a couple days ago. Today, well, not so much for Kentucky today, though. They definitely didn't have their best game at all today. Definitely a game that they are going to look back on the offseason and be disappointed about. But again, just seems like they didn't have as good of a team this season compared to other years. Didn't have that elite freshman. I swear every year when I watch Kentucky, they have an elite freshman. They got a Reed, Anthony Davis, a Reed Shepherd, top NBA draft pick. It's like I don't hear any of those guys this year. The guys who had those top draft picks, you got Arkansas, Duke, still in the tournament with their top guys. North Carolina lost their dude, Caleb Wilson, but yeah, just Kentucky's usually one of those teams that always has a really great freshman class, and this year just I don't know, it wasn't there. So, anyways, y'all have a good one, and we'll hopefully be back tonight. So click the sub button, and I'll catch y'all soon. Hook 'em horns, by the way. Shout out to Texas for making the Sweet 16. Had to throw that in there to end it off.